Hey gamers, it's GrindThisGame here with another Dude Fix My Base series. And this base comes from SaberMachine. And he had a couple main points that he wanted to address, and that was getting power set up and automating power, and then getting metal refining set up. But as I take a look at the base here, there's quite a bit of stuff I would want to fix in terms of efficiencies, and we'll get into that. But the power situation, I see this a lot, but we see kind of one big major circuit. So potential power consumed here, if you click on a wire, you can see is 5.34 kilowatts, which will fry this wire because it can only handle 1,000. And if you come down here, this 1 kilowatt wire, it's connected to a heavy watt wire directly. I kind of see this quite often as well. So that means if we were generating too much power here, and there's a draw on this line over 1 kilowatt, 1 kilowatt, things will start to fry. So we want to organize this a bit better. This macro circuit here is pretty good. We'll just want to use a couple transformers to lead off to the various different places here. Looks like oil refining was kind of set up, and some petroleum was made. So we'll probably want to get into that, and that natural gas we can burn off in here, which is good. It's not connected at the moment, but we'll get that working. I think Saber's using algae still for all the oxygen generation, which is fine because he's got lots of algae, and looks like he's turning some slime into algae as well. So that's fine, and I think we'll be okay for oxygen. Looks like food is good. I'll just zoom out a bit here so you can see the whole map and just get an idea of what's going on. So down into the oil, that's good. We got exosuits going. They don't have power all the time. Water's good, temperatures are good, base is really nice green temperature. It looks like this used to be an ice biome which got kind of taken over with machines and stuff. Got some hot water here that's not being used yet. More hot water here, but he's managed to keep a good kind of chunk of clean, germ-free, cold water right here, which is good, and we can use that for lots of stuff. So first thing I want to do is probably reset some priorities. We got a lot of priority 9 containers up here. I'm not quite sure what the purpose of that is. We're going to kind of scale down the priorities here on a lot of stuff. Probably set these to 5. Probably was doing this just to keep the algae flowing. Right now we're out of slime, so we'll have to go dig some slime. And up here, we got a lot of free food just sitting on the ground, and some of it is starting to rot. So we want to get that stored and cooked away. There's some algae and slime up here as well. Probably grab that. Probably speed things up here so we can get lots of stuff done. I'll probably crack in here so we can just get some of this free stuff. Free delicious food. We love it. We like it. We'll take it. And this ice biome is really quite huge, so probably pull a few Weezworts out of here. And start to use some of this stuff. I'm going to turn the priority of the food down a bit. We got a whole bunch of meal ice here. We'll make that a 6 because we're good for food right now. Same down here. And let's just see what we got on the portal here. Free food. Okay, we'll take it over sand, yeah. The number of dupes is good. We're at 10 dupes. Stress is good. Germs seem good. Let's check out the rooms. We got our washroom room bonuses, good, barracks. Then we got a great hall. Seems like there's no water for this water cooler. I'm gonna disable it because it still works even though it doesn't get water. Some would call that an exploit. We could use this water here, and I'm gonna tap into that actually. Let's see, let's put a water thing here. Because I want to start, since we have so much meal lice, I want to start turning it into lice loaf, I think. Just to get more calories out of it. You get an extra 500 calories at the cost of a bit of water. So we'll do that forever. Not that we need the food, but... The other thing I want to start cooking up here is some frost buns. We'll do that forever. Priority 7 should be fine. So at some point... Oh, we got all this food just sitting on the ground. That's no good. I'm going to probably do some food storage down in the CO2 here. Because the food won't rot in the CO2. Got some CO2 here too. I'm going to put it right near the bottom though. So let's copy this fridge up here. Or is it here? The B key is used for copying. We'll put 3 fridges down here. We're not going to power them. And that should keep all the food fresh down there. And then this fridge we can deconstruct. And this food thing here we can get rid of as well. So food, if it's in chlorine gas or CO2, it will never rot, which is kind of handy. Yeah, it's considered a sterile gas, so it lets you save some power. We're relying on a lot of dupe power here, which is not the best. We probably want to switch over to some coal. I am going to do some high priority mopping here just so they don't get the debuff for walking in the water all the time. So get that out of the way. Wherever we see water, we want to mop it up, like over here. How's the pressure in the base? The last episode I did, the pressure in the base was too high, and it's good. How much coal do we have? Let's check that. Coal, 31 tons. So yeah, we got quite a bit of coal, and we got some hatch farms here. So I think I'm going to get some coal power set up down in this power area. And we'll stick that on this power circuit that we have here. So let's do that first. That'll kind of alleviate some of the power concerns. We'll use gold because it could get hot in here eventually. I think I'll do 3 on this line. And we'll just hook that up like that. Probably should have used gold because we're kind of running low on copper. Let's use gold. Okay, I see this a lot too, big giant battery banks. And I guess it's good for, you know, preventing brownouts and stuff, but we'll get rid of those eventually and we'll use just smart batteries. And I noticed we have no automation set up, so we actually probably don't want this coal to fire up just yet. Until we get a smart battery made, and I'm not sure we have any refined metal. Let's just, well, we must have some because there's smart batteries here. So maybe I'll take these away. Get rid of these, and we'll move them down. Move one of them down here to control, yeah, to control this system here. So we'll need automation wire. We got copper. We're going to connect this battery to these 3 coal generators. Yeah, and that way we can make sure that the coal doesn't get burnt unless we actually need the power. So if you click on the smart battery and set it to something like low threshold 50, that's usually how I leave it. You can also bring this down a bit too. But I usually just leave it at 50, 100. That means it will only enable the coal generators when the power falls below 50%. Unrefrigerated food, yeah, let's fix that. Oh, we were getting wrong element damage in here too a bit because there's no filter on this line. But we'll fix that a bit later. Let's allow all food in here. Priority 8. I like to keep the food priority pretty high, so it doesn't rot away. And then we're going to deconstruct this box and this fridge. And all the food should just get relocated over here. I noticed we have some compost here without any... I guess they'll wash their hands here, which is good. Because usually they're bringing poop here, but I guess they don't have any outhouses anymore, so that's not as big an issue. I think I'll enable this microbe musher. Oh, I noticed the water level went up here, but that'll come down. Oh, we got another water cool just sitting there. That's not helping us, so we'll get rid of that. That's not a room. It's kind of nice to be there, but it's not going to help us any. Okay, we've got flooding. Okay, don't care about that. What's temperature here? Temperature's coming out at 95 degrees. This thing is gushing a lot of water. But we don't need it at the moment. We're good for water. Okay, so we're almost done here. Get that finished. We'll set the coal generators pretty high priority. I'll make these 8. Power's important. Yeah, we gotta hook the power up there. And then whenever we branch off here, I want to use transformers. So right here, when we go from heavy watt wire to normal wire, we want to fix that. So I'll have to be careful how we do this because we don't want to mess up the power up here. But I think that's getting powered up by some manual generators anyway, so let's just do this. We're going to take this wire out here, take it back a bit, leave some room for transformers. Okay, now we got power. That's good. That's probably going to blow a bunch of circuits, but these batteries can come out. We don't really need them. Let's get rid of them. They're just wasting heat, and like they give off a lot of heat, and they bleed off a lot of energy, so they're not very good unless you need that kind of. I'm not saying battery banks are bad, but in this case we don't really need them. So that's working wonderfully. Let's check the automation here. It's on because there's power demands right now, but then they turn off when the battery is charged. That's good. Got some sleet wheat here. This is never gonna, I won't say never grow. Actually, it should grow if it gets irrigated. They're gonna bring warm water here, and it's probably gonna mess things up. But okay, this is a bit overpressure. I noticed. Oops. Right here, this vent could become overpressurized. And we probably want to blow everything out of this room, so I'm going to quickly fix this. We'll put the vent on the outside. Right here. Or maybe up a bit. So as to not get in the way. Doesn't need to be insulated. We'll just use a regular pipe here. Send that up there. That's unreachable, so bring it down one. And then, yeah, transformers, let's do that. So, we're going to use the large one. Stick it right here, not at a lead. Lead's not very good because it'll melt down, so we'll stick one right here. And we'll probably do the heavy watt wire kind of like over the top, and then the regular wire will go like this, and then we'll do some bridges. Regular bridges like this. That way we can keep leading this heavy watt wire across, and then have our little wire over like this. So we'll do this circuit can go on that one. We're going to have to chop these circuits up as well because there's too much stuff on. Oh, they got a power switch here. That's how they were dealing with it. Okay. We're going to make things a bit more sustainable though. So that'll be stuff up here. Oh, there's only one pump on that. Plus some other stuff down there. But we got a separate kind of line here. So we're going to cut this line here. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Let's do... We'll make another line along here. I think this can all go. It's not really doing anything. Okay, how much potential power is on here now? 2 for this circuit. Not too bad. We want to get under 1 if possible. And then all of this stuff needs to be on a circuit. Oh, it's connected to the heavy watt wire. We're going to have to fix that. So this comes out. This can all come away. And then we'll hook this stuff up. I'm going to use copper. That's fine. Hook that up like that. That's going down to our oil pump way down here. And I'm actually going to move the oil pump down a bit. Right down to here. We'll just move it down to the bottom, and then all the oil can flow down to the bottom. Like so. That way we won't get any water mixed in, because right when the water level comes down here a bit, it's going to get all mixed in, and we don't want that. Then we can dig out these little pockets, and they'll all flow to the bottom. And I've just realized I probably want to just go all the way down here. Right to the bottom. Like that. Make sure it's gold, otherwise it'll melt. Unreachable dig. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, once they dig down there, they'll be good. That pump can go. We're getting power fixed first. And then we can look at metal refining. We could do metal refining right now, but I just want to get the power situation fixed. We could start burning this petroleum too, which would be a good idea. I think I will set another smart battery here. That'll be used to control these petroleum generators. I don't think we need two just yet. But we might as well hook up. Okay, we're running out of copper fast. I think this automation wire can be lead. So we'll control these petroleum generators with this battery, and then this can be controlled here, and then we also want to burn off this gas. And we have it mostly set up. Just need to hook up this pipe. Yeah, like that. But before we hook it up, let's have a smart battery to control this. We might be running out of refined metal here. Well, we'll use copper. That can go right... we'll stick it up here. And hook it in to the power grid, and then control the automation here like that. So you can definitely separate your grids out with all these different switches. But the way I'm setting it up will make it so you don't have to worry about manually turning sections of your power grid on and off. It'll just all work magically. Which is what we want. Okay, these two extra batteries, I'm gonna just take those out of here, I think. Or at least part of them. We can use this here to start to cool things down at some point if we need it. Things are nice and cool right now. Okay, so how are we doing here? We need some power generation. We got power generation on all that. That is hooked up. We need a second transformer. Got to clear some room here, so we'll get rid of that. Probably want to get a... Oh, actually, we could put a... yeah, we should put some fire poles in here. That's going to help a lot. We got to work. We'll take that. I noticed there's 3 airlocks here. This is going to slow them down dramatically. We don't need any of these. We got wrong element damage in here. That keeps happening. We should probably put a filter right here. But we got to fix the power situation first. Let's disable the... Oh, that's probably fine for now. Okay, we gotta hook up the second circuit. How much do we got on here? 1 kilowatt. And that's 3. So we need a separate line here, or more. That one's 1, that one's 3. We'll do a second transformer. Oh, they haven't removed this yet. Let's get that out of there. Make sure they have enough... Oh, there's no power here to get this going. Okay, so we need probably a few more manual generators to get this thing going. Unless that's being taken care of up here. Not really. We got some air. Lots of good air here. Let's put some more manual generators on this whole circuit here. Just to keep things powered up for now. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, we want to keep those going so that they can keep these exosuits going, otherwise bad things will happen. I think I'm going to get rid of this airlock. I don't see it doing anything useful. Deconstruct that. And even this one I don't think is helping. We'll get rid of that one. Hopefully it doesn't have some strategic purpose. It's all about efficiencies. We want them to get around quickly. A fire pole here would help a lot, so I'm going to do that. A small investment to get it going. And then we'll probably put some more in the base if we can. There's not much room to build a fire pole in here. But we'll figure it out. I'm not even sure why we have a door here, to tell you the truth. It's okay if the CO2 falls down. But for now, we'll leave it. We really need a filter here. Oh, we're getting lots of different stuff up here. Little bits of CO2 are getting in there. Okay, let's put a filter there. That's gonna free up some time from them repairing it all the time. So priority 9. We'll go straight in there. Let's cut these two for now. So pump will go directly into there. Pure oxygen will come out and we'll split it off. Half will go down, half will go up. Everything else can just get kicked out here. And it'll probably get overpressurized, but I think we'll be okay. Pick that power up. Select our oxygen as a filtered output. And what have I done here? What have I deconstructed? Oh, just the pipe. Okay, that's good. Could also open up some doors here. That's going to speed them up ever so slightly. Looks like we got some skills we could be handing out as well. Let's make sure... Oh, wrong button. Oh, we got some... Oh! He hasn't opened this screen in a while. Oh yeah, there's some achievements there. Okay, how's our algae doing? Coal's good. Algae's kind of running low, but I think we'll be okay. Oh, we got power on this circuit here. I don't think this has a battery. No battery there, no battery there. Yeah, we need a battery on here or they won't. And they can't even run on here because there's no oxygen. So we could put a floor here. Let's put a little floor here. We'll move this power generation up. But really we shouldn't be having dupes run for power because it just eats up a whole bunch of their time. We should really connect that with a transformer. So now that we cleared some space here, let's do another transformer. I'll leave some space in between in case we want to Weezwort there. We're running out of copper. But let's put this heavy watt wire there. Copper's gonna be fine here. We got lots of iron too. Let's use iron. We'll go across here. And then we need a separate circuit here. I think for this one, how are we going to do this? I think, let's see, I have to think about it. Kind of running out of room here. And we could go down and around. I think I'll do that. Come down this way. And hook this up over here. Like so. And then we'll bridge across here. Just splitting these circuits up. Okay, we don't have any power on this circuit. Oh, this is not opened up. Okay, that's why. Okay, we gotta get rid of this. Is this reachable? Should be... Can they get over there? I don't think they can get over there. Unreachable build. Yeah, there's no way over there. Let's add some ladders for them to get over there. I'm doing a lot of the stuff as priority 9 just because I want to cram a bunch into the episode. So once that's out of there, we can get... We could just flip the switch, but I want to just get rid of it. This pump here is not really helping. We'll just get rid of it. Insufficient oxygen generation. That's never good. But we're okay for now, I think. As long as the base doesn't get too lightheaded. Got all this food sitting on the ground, but it's okay here. I don't think they're putting the food away. Oh, it filled up. Wow. Filled up the food storage. Let's get rid of this icy fan. Don't need that. We'll put some more fridges in there. For now, I'll just stick them here. And if you look at the food in here, sterile atmosphere. Microbe destroying conditions have decreased this food's decay rate. Oh, it says decreased. So, it might still rot over time, but at least it's lasting longer. Copy these settings. Get the rest of the food in there. Poor Bonnie here. Can't really breathe. But we're gonna replace this. Okay, this is all good now. That's all connected. I don't think this is connected to the automation, but let's make sure it is. Oh, now we gotta set this to 50%. And we need a place for the CO2 to go. Where is it going right now? Down to the bottom of the map. I guess that's okay. It'll get too high pressure here at some point. So that's not a long-term solution. We could send it to the CO2 scrubber up here. That's right here, carbon skimmer. And it says it running pipe blocked. Okay, it's got nowhere for the polluted water to go. Oh yeah, it's a pipe that goes nowhere. Interesting. Well, what we could do is just make this an infinite loop, which I kind of like doing. We've got the room. We've got a bunch of water down here that's no good. Let's get rid of that. As they work on the food. Okay, we'll let them get caught up a bit here. I like to do an infinite loop for my carbon skimmers. That way we don't have to send water in and out anymore. So we'll get rid of this deodorizer for now. Free up some space. I think I want this battery to be out of the way. So for now, we'll move it up. Let's just see here. What's this connected to now? We don't really need this battery anymore. Nope, we don't. We're on a transformer now. That's all good. I think I'll actually send the CO2 to the skimmer instead. But instead of priority 9, we'll do this igneous rock priority 6. And we'll kind of bring that upstairs. Is that what we want long term? It's kind of a far way to go. We could do a skimmer but down below instead. For now, we could just kick it out. This is not a long-term solution. But we could do this. We could just kick it out right here. It's going to get overpressurized and it's going to stop working, but at least we'll get... At least get it going. And we gotta hook up the petroleum as well. We don't have a pump in there yet for the petroleum. What's going on with these? They're not getting water from anywhere. I'm gonna actually uproot all these. It's a good place to have them. But we don't have super cold water, and we need super cold water to do this. So for now, we'll get rid of them. Building a slate wheat farm I don't really recommend until late game. Okay, that frees up a bunch of food. Soon we'll have some natural gas power working here, and we'll get the pressure out of here. Gotta make sure these coal generators stay full as well. They seem to be on it. But let's get a pump in here. This petroleum. Get that petroleum heading to the... We can reuse this pipe here. I'm gonna get rid of all these pipes. Don't need that. And then we'll send the petroleum over here. We'll just hook up one for now. This should really be insulated pipe because it's going to be hot petroleum eventually, but for now it'll be fine. We can upgrade it later. That'll all need power. And we do have a heavy wire here, so I'm going to just connect that to the macro grid here, the big grid. So that's got a circuit, that's got a circuit. We're going to make sure we're still not overloading all these. 3.42 on this line. That's way too much. What the heck is on this line? All sorts of things. We might be okay. Power consumed is fluctuating around 500, so at the moment it's okay. But eventually it will fail. Icy fan. I'm not a fan of these. Get rid of that. We can get rid of this manual generator for now. Actually, I'll leave it. It's not hurting anything. Set the priority to 1 though. This battery can go. Okay, so for early game metal refining, you can just use the rock crusher. We'll get some jobs set up here for lime, because we'll need lime eventually. Eggshell to lime forever, fossil to lime. Priority 9? No, it's a bit much. We'll set that at 7. What are we storing in here? Pokey shell molt? Reed fiber? Okay. I think I'm gonna get rid of this door. It's not really helping us. It might let some chlorine in the base, but might be okay. Now, mealwood, it's not the best. We could probably start switching these over to mushrooms. And in fact, I think we could do that. We got nice CO2 down here. We got a good temperature. I'm going to take some of these out. In fact, we don't have to take them out. We could just do this. We could just start planting some mushrooms in here. I think I'll get rid of these since they can't breathe and generate power here. Bonnie doesn't have a job. What's going on there? Bonnie, let's get you a hat. And you can probably, you're good at farming. Let's make you do some farming. Probably need to get some more morale activities going on. Keep them happy. Oxyfern, could use that. Yeah, the chlorine came up here. Maybe it was here already, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Still working on the food. I'm going to set the priority of that down a bit. I think we got most of it in storage. This pipe is still blocked. Okay, well, let's do the infinite loop here. We want refining. How much time do we got left? Okay, water sieve. We'll stick that there. Get up to the power. Yeah, that's all good. We definitely need another power circuit up here. I would probably want to straighten these wires out, but for now, it's okay. These batteries are not helping. In fact, this is not really connected to our power grid, so we gotta fix this. So we need a third transformer here. Now we could upgrade these wires, and that's probably not a bad idea. Overheat temperature 75. It's gonna probably get warm here eventually, but for now, yeah, let's make some copper. We'll make, I don't know, 22 copper. One thing I didn't check was the schedule. Let's make sure that's all good. 4 downtime, 2 different shifts. That looks pretty good. No complaints there. Yeah, so we could probably get off mealwood because it's pretty crappy food. And we'll potentially run out of dirt, so we could switch to mushrooms. So let's plant some mushrooms here and start that process, assuming we have any. Yep, fungal spore, there we go. Plant that. Copy this over. Make sure we have some slime. Should be under organic somewhere. We have no slime at the moment. Probably because we're converting it all. Oh, no power up here. Okay. Yeah, we need another power circuit here. That power circuit's connected to that. That goes over there. That comes down here. Yeah, we need a separate line here. Okay, third transformer. Hopefully I have enough copper. No, we're gonna make it a lead. It might get warm. We'll fix it if it starts breaking later. And then we need a third line, which will eventually get over there. So wire bridge here. And we'll bring this over here like that. And hook it up right there. So now we got 3 different circuits. Eventually we can upgrade this to the conductive wire, so we can get 2 kilowatts on each one. That should help things out. We can get rid of this battery that's just generating heat. Get rid of these. Do a little mopping, just because I don't like the look of it. What are we doing down here? Getting fossil. Okay, that's fine. This is not doing anything. We're gonna get rid of that. Is that reachable? Yep. Wonder what's in here. Let's find out. Hydrogen event. Ooh. I like the sound of that. Okay. Let's get that going. That's free power. Free power. I like free power. Who doesn't? Got free oxygen in here. We got free power. We already got a pump here that we can suck up that hydrogen with, which is going nowhere. We're going to want to filter it. So let's do a gas filter. I'm kind of not doing metal refining, which is one of the big requests for this episode, so I'll have to get that going pretty soon here. But I really want to get this hydrogen vent gushing. Okay, this gas pump wasn't working. Let's enable that. That'll clear out some of this natural gas. And are we pumping? We got petroleum going in here. Let's enable this. This will actually make a bunch of power for us. It'll also make a bunch of CO2, which we're going to have to deal with at some point. And right now that CO2 is kind of going to get trapped in here. It has nowhere to go. Okay, that's pumping that. That'll give us a little bit of power. A little bit of natural gas, if we can keep things running. Oh, there's a switch here. Get rid of that switch. Let's make this priority 8. Okay, cool. We got natural gas power. We could actually probably use a... Oh, one generator is probably going to be enough. Okay, and we got petroleum going. Okay, good. That's going to generate a bunch of heat, which we'll have to deal with at some point. Oh, and there's no automation hooked up for that, I don't think. Oh yeah, there is. But no power. Okay, we definitely have to hook up this power, or we're just going to waste petroleum. Yeah, this thing shouldn't be running because the battery's full, so we gotta definitely get that hooked up. But we only wasted a little bit. Should be okay in a second here. There we go. That should fill up, that should turn off. There it goes. I'll actually set this to 90-ish and then 50-ish. Okay. We got our third circuit. I would, if I had more time, I would clean up all these power lines, but for now it's okay. This can go. This can go. I like just cleaning up everything that's not really being used. Keeps the sanity in check. Okay, there we go. How much power on this line? 1.38, 3.54. That's still an issue. Probably want to upgrade this one first to 2 kilowatts. Could have an overload. Oh yeah, it's going red once in a while. That's bad. What could we potentially get rid of here? I'm going to move probably this off this circuit because it's overloaded. We'll disconnect that. And we'll hook it to the other one, which I think is less burdened. That should help the overloads a bit. Okay, let's get this little project going here. How much time do we have left? We don't have much time left. I want to quickly hook this up though, because it's kind of redundant. But our carbon skimmer is not really doing anything at the moment because this polluted water is not going anywhere. Yeah, it's got nowhere to go. We could just dump it in a pool somewhere, but that's not a long-term solution. We could dump it into this line right here. In fact, that's not a bad idea. That'll... Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, so it'll come along here, bridge over, and get dumped in our tank here. Okay. That way we don't have to do the infinite loop here for a while. If we have time, we'll come back to that. But we want to get metal refining going. And now that we have some power... Oh, I got so many projects on the go here. Let's analyze this. This has no power. You know what? We'll come back to this project too if we have time. We don't even have any hydrogen in there yet, so there's no point. Let's make sure automation's hooked up here. That's good. How are we doing for algae? 7 tons. Kind of running low. I could come over and get this pocket. Let's just do that at low priority if they're idle. I can come over here and grab that juicy packet. And we can see what's over there. Okay, metal refining. That's the main thing we want to do here. Now, we could do it really simple. We got a bunch of cold water down here we could use. I think I might end up doing that, actually. Let's, how can we carefully get in here without causing a complete mess? I think I'll go across there, like that. And let this water drain over a bit. kind of don't want all this water to be draining down into the oil. But we could kind of push it back up. This is frozen now. So if we do this, we can kind of let it drain down. Trying to make a little pocket here that it can go into. So my idea is to use this cold water, put it through a metal refinery, and dump it back in. And that's not a good long-term solution, but it will actually last quite a while. And let us kind of do what we want to do. Kind of want to build some tiles here as a wall, otherwise bad things will happen here. We'll put a wall right here. And then we'll drain all this water into here. What is this pump doing? Sending polluted water where? Just into a tank? For no good reason? Where is this going? Oh, into a sieve. Oh, that's like a water supply. Okay. I guess that's fine. Make sure, you gotta make sure your filter changers, your water sieve priority is pretty high, otherwise they won't deal with this polluted dirt. We kind of don't need any more water going in there, but it's not hurting anything. What's the temperature of this water? 14 degrees for now, that's okay. It's kind of going to get warm. Okay, things are good. I think I might... I don't know about this pump. I'm going to disable it for now. Until this fills up a bit. Oh yeah, where's the polluted water going in here? Oh. This could actually drain all the way down. But then that natural gas might get out. Okay, let's finish this little project here. Build that ladder, and then we'll build a ladder there, and leak all that out. We could also pre-position some ice down here. We'll build a container right here, maybe a few. And we could chuck a bunch of ice in here and then use shift plates made out of ice to try to, if we ever need to cool this area down. I think I'll put a bunch of mesh tiles here. Just so that water can drain through, and then we'll dig this out. Okay, let's put some... We'll put all... Or liquefiable. We'll put ice, polluted water, snow in there. Priority 5 is fine. There's no emergency to do that. Okay, and then we want to dig this out. Okay, so metal refinery, I might stick it here. Refinement. Metal refiner. Do we have room for that? No, all these floors are too big. What are we gonna do here? Let's stick it here. We'll remove part of this floor. Is that really what I want to do? I guess so. We're gonna need to allow them to get down here, so we'll put a little ladder there for them. Okay, metal refiner. Granite, sure. Stick that there. Now we're gonna hook that up to the heavy watt wire. In order to that, I'm gonna need a bridge here. So we'll do a wire bridge right here. And then once it's built, we'll take this wire out. And we'll bring the heavy watt wire over here. Because this thing requires 1200 watts. Start building that, I guess. Heavy watt wire. And then the refinery needs coolant to go in and hot liquid to come out. So we'll put a pump down here. Get that cold water up and out of there. And I think I'll just use regular piping. It's quicker to build. Uses only 100 of each material instead of 400. That'll go in, and then the exit pipe will just dump into here once we're ready. Okay, it's coming along. Need a bit more room for this water to go into, so we're gonna do a gonna bring this over a bit. And this wolframite can come out of here. They're kind of blocked from going down there right now. We could... yeah, we're gonna have to dig this out for them. Okay, now there's enough room for all that water to go in, we can crack this open. Start to get all that water leaking out. And the power. Let's do that power. So the wire underneath we can get rid of. Someone will do it. There we go. And then we can connect that up. That should give us enough power. Oh, we should put some automation on this because this pump is just going non-stop. So let's do that. We're going to put a Atmos sensor right here. And we'll only run it when the pressure in here is over a certain amount. Otherwise, we're just going to make a vacuum in here, which is probably not good. It's going to get really hot in here and here. This is all insulated. I'm not quite sure why, but... Okay, metal refining. Almost done. We need to send that liquid out, so let's do that. Probably should have put this over here. Put a bridge. And then a vent. Liquid vent, just to dump that heated up water back in. And we can kind of clean this up here. Allow for more drainage. And this needs power. How much power do we have here? 1.3. 360 potential consumed. I think it's probably safe to put on that line. Do that. And then I'm not quite sure what Saber wanted to refine, but we'll do some iron to iron, iron ore to iron. Probably need a bunch of that, so we'll do 30 of that just to get this thing fired up. Probably do some ladders over here just to allow them to get across here. Okay, that pump has power, so there goes our coolant. Negative 10 degrees. And if you click on the metal refinery, you can see iron to ore, or iron ore to iron. I think somewhere here it shows you the output temperature. This material will add plus 50. I think that's what I wanted to know. No. There's some way, there's a way to see with the temperature of the coolant that comes back out. We're going to be able to see it in a second here anyway. It's going to come out here. It's coming out at 22 degrees, going in at -10. So it goes up by it's going up by 30 degrees. So eventually this area will get really warm, but all this cold water will kind of keep things okay for a while. And we can also build some ice shift plates here. So I'll do a few of those. Out of ice, we'll just build, I don't know, a few. That should be good for the metal refining. We'll do iron to steel forever. What are we missing? Refined carbon. We could probably do a bit of that somewhere. I think for now I'll just chuck it down here because it's nice and cool. That's refining as well, so kiln. We'll pop a kiln here. Make it out of gold because it gets pretty hot. Do we have any hydrogen yet? Not yet. We don't really have time to do this, but let's just quickly hook that up. Select the filter to be hydrogen. Turn this pump on, maybe? Well, let's do the piping first. That'll go in there. Pure hydrogen will come out and go down, and we'll deal with it somewhere. Everything else can go, I don't know, right there for now. We kind of need some plastic as well for high pressure vents. And we do have petroleum, so maybe we'll do a little bit of plastic as well. I think we could do some plastic maybe up here. It's nice and cool. Polymer press. Yeah, let's stick that up here. We'll put it on the heavy watt wire. That needs some gas output. Just chuck that out into the air. We need some plastic for high pressure vents because a lot of the stuff's going to get high pressure. That needs petroleum, so we'll get some petroleum off this line here. Stick it in there. Okay. We got metal. Coming along. Oh, I built the wrong thing here. Temp shift place. Oh no, it's made of what? It's made out of ice, but it's we should have built it down here, but eventually the water level, this will melt eventually. Maybe. Maybe not. You know what, we'll just leave it there for now. These Weezeworts. Fertilization. Oh, we got no fertilizer, so we should probably do some fertilizer as well. That could go in this area, because that's going to make natural gas. Let's turn the oil refinery back on. Otherwise, we'll run out of petroleum. Okay, I think we managed to do everything I wanted to do. I think I kind of want to make some fertilizer before we run out. Oh, we're at the 1 hour mark. But we got metal refining up. Eventually we could cool this area down using the nullifier here. Let's get rid of that battery. And I would upgrade these regular wires to 2 kilowatt wires and redistribute some of my power, but for now we're doing better. So in summary, use smart batteries to control your power. I usually do 1 per type. Have your power generation on a heavy watt wire. And then leading off to all the stuff where you consume power, build a transformer for each kind of 1000 watt load. And you should be able to have a good power grid. I desperately want to put fire poles in here, but there's not a whole lot of room. We could move these doors over one, get a fire pole in there, or we could do one maybe along here. This will be my last thing. Let's just, for efficiency's sake, let's put a fire pole in there. One final thing. There's always one more thing. Actually, don't need that. This valve I'm gonna get rid of. We could move it over later. It's in the way of my fire pole. Okay, I want to open these doors to speed the dupes up ever so slightly. I think since we have extra beds, I could safely put a fire pole all the way down, but for now we'll just put it, just stick it as far as we can here to there. That'll help them a little bit. Yeah, so I think that in my mind that's major improvements there. That should make this base more sustainable. My next step would probably be to get off algae and switch over to electrolyzers under oxygen electrolyzers. And I would probably build those down in the cold area here and keep them cold with a nullifier or wheezeworts. But for the wheezeworts we need fertilizer. I never did make a fertilizer maker. Oh, we got the petroleum press going. That's good. Probably want to only make as much as you need because this thing gets hot. Anyway. Kind of running out of time here. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.